Hello, Mr. Mendoza. My name is Mr. Sponel. See, yes, Mr. Sponel. I'm glad you could come. Thank you so much for coming. I wanted to talk to you today about Jose over there, and his identification skills when it comes to recognizing U.S. coins. Sometimes he has trouble during class identifying what the coins look like. He has had some practice naming them, however. Today, we'll be doing some memorization exercises using a few worksheets that will help him get to the level of his peers. All right, so I'm going to face Jose right now, and we're going to work through some of these exercises. Okay, Jose, I'm going to show you a few coins that we'll be using for our exercise today. The first one is a quarter. This is a quarter. Can you repeat the name for me? Great. It's a quarter. Do you remember how much it was worth? Great. Yes, it was worth 25 cents. In your home language, it's called a quarto. All right, we're going to move on to the next coin. This coin is called a dime. Can you repeat that for me? Good. Dime. Do you remember how much it was worth? Good. 10 cents. In your home language, it's called a 10 centavos. Moving on to the next coin. This coin is called a nickel. Good. Can you repeat that name for me? Nickel. That's right. Do you remember how much this was worth? 5 cents. Great job. In your home language, it's called a nickel. On to the next one. This coin is called a penny. Can you repeat the name for me? That's right, penny. Do you remember how much it was worth? Great, 1 cent. In your home language, it's called a centavo. Okay, now that we're more familiar with the coins and how much they're worth, I'm going to show you the first worksheet. Okay. This is our first worksheet. On this worksheet, it's going to help you identify what all the coins look like. You can hold on to the coins during the exercise if you like from earlier. There is also a word bank at the bottom. In case you forget some of the words that we just went over. All right, so let's do the first one together. Okay, Jose, this worksheet, okay, sorry. The first coin is a dime, and it was worth 10 cents. Do you remember what the name of the coin is in your home language? That's right, very good. It's 10 centavos. Now let's move on to the next one. Do you remember what this coin was? That's right. It's a penny. Do you remember what this coin was called in your language? That's right. It's a centavo. Now let's move on to the next one. Do you remember what this coin was called, Jose? That's right. It's a quarter. Do you remember what it was called in Spanish? That's right. It's a cuarto. All right. On to the next one. Do you recognize anything different about this coin? Yeah, that's right. It's on the other side. When it's on this other side, they call that the flip side or the tail side. Sometimes when you look at a coin, it won't always be on heads, and it's good to know what both sides look like so you never get confused. Do you remember what the coin was called? That's right. It's a nickel. In your language, it's nickel. Now, let's move on to the next one. Do you remember what this coin was called? And again, it looks like it's on its flip side. Remember what this coin was called? That's right. It's a quarter. Great job. In your home language, it's called, that's right, it's a cuarto. Now on to the next one. Okay. So this coin, the big one, is called a $50. They're very rare. So rare, in fact, that I don't have one to show you what it looks like in real life. They're worth 50 cents. You could call them medio dollars or medio dollars in your language. Now let's move on to the next one. We're nearly done. You're doing great. Looks like this one is on its tail side again. Do you remember what the tail side is called? That's right. It's the flip side, or it's called the tail side. Do you remember what the coin was called? That's right. It's a penny. Great job. Do you remember what it's called in your language? Yes, a centavo. Great job. Okay, nearly done. We're on the second to last one. This one was on its head the last time. All right. Or it was on its tail the last time. I'm sorry. So this time it's on its head, so you know what to look for. Do you remember what this coin was called? That's right, nickel. Do you remember what it's called in English? That's right, it's a nickel. Okay, bud, here's the last one. This one is on its tail side this time as well. Do you remember what that one was called? A dime, that's right. Do you remember what it was called in Spanish? That's right. It's a 10 centavo. Great job. All right, Mr. Mendoza. I'll give you copies of these exercises so you can work up on this. So you can work on the same things with Jose at home. Just work on his memorization. Now let's move on to worksheet number 2. This one is going to be a little bit shorter, but it's going to help Jose with his memorization. Okay. So basically in this worksheet, I want Jose to draw lines to the matching icon. So from the words to the matching thing. So I'm going to give Jose some time to do this. Great job, Jose. So he got them all right. So this would maybe help him in his exercises at home. All right. We're on to our last worksheet of the day. And the worksheet looks like this. So in this worksheet, he has to take what he's learned from the past two worksheets, being the name of the coin, how much it's worth, and he's going to build on that with his addition, and he's going to figure out how much the coins are worth. So I'm going to give him a few minutes to finish that. Oh, I see what you're doing there, Jose. You're putting the amount next to each coin so it'd be easier for you to add. Great thinking. Put your thumbs up when you're ready. All right. Let's see. Thank you, Jose. Now this is what Jose just came up with. He did a great job at putting the amount of the coin next to each coin to make it easier for himself. So he's got way better at recognizing what these coins are, but as they say, practice makes perfect. Thank you for your time, and I wish you luck with working with this with Jose at home. Thank you, Mr. Mendoza.